Alrighty, so I'm Alex Winietsky and welcome to Your Toronto Condos, the long-form YouTube show where I share my condo knowledge and experience and basically just go over what you need to know, whether you are currently a condo owner in the GTA, you're looking to become a condo owner, a condo investor, or if you just want to, keep up with what's going on in the news or just in the market overall. And for today's video, I wanted to focus on a couple of condos that are quite notorious in the downtown core. They're called Ice Condos, 12 and 14 York Street. And what are these condos known for? They're known for permitting short-term rentals. And short-term rental is basically anything that is less than 30 days or 28 days actually in rental duration. And most condos don't permit this. And the reason for that is that short-term rentals essentially turn the building into a hotel. You get a more transient population. You get people that are coming and going all the time, people that are in the city for just a short duration of stay. And as a result, the common elements get more wear and tear. You get more parties in those buildings, noise complaints, fire alarms late at night, people getting stuck in the elevators, girls throwing chairs onto the Gardner Expressway, off their balcony, basically everything that Ice Condominiums is known for. These buildings are in a fantastic location, however, right at York and Bremner, right beside Scotiabank Arena, right beside Union Station. You can easily get on transit and get to Pearson Airport, short ride to Billy Bishop Airport. Basically everything that you need to have to enjoy in living in downtown Toronto is available to you. But the challenge is it's a bit of a pain in the ass to live in if you're an end user. Generally, when I work with clients, I encourage them to avoid purchasing condos for their own personal use if the building permits short-term rentals, with a few exceptions, of course. But Ice Condos is just something that unfortunately is notorious for having a bad reputation. So I'm just going to show you, some of the articles that you get in the news when you Google Ice Condos. Yeah, here you go. I mean, you don't have to look far. You just basically put Ice Condos in Google. You get a bunch of things here. You get articles from BlogTO talking about tenants alleging the 14 people trapped in an elevator. Realtors referring to Ice Condos as the worst condo buildings in the building. Basically Ice Condos being referred to as a ghost hotel. People that are just sharing bad experiences about living in the building. Even if you just do a Google search on Ice Condos in general, you can see like not many condos in downtown Toronto have 316 Google reviews, and they come in 3, which is actually not horrible, but at the same time, it's just, these buildings are not a place where I encourage people to live in as end users. But, they are doing some things right. So recently what Ice Condos did is they partnered with Airbnb. So in Toronto, let me step back a minute. In Toronto, if you're looking to list a property on a platform like Airbnb, you do need to get municipal licensing. For that, you have to apply for that licensing. Now, one of the drawbacks is that actually you don't even have to be a unit owner to apply for that license. You can be a tenant living in a unit. As long as the building permits short-term rentals, you can go ahead and apply for that license. So that does create actually more, potential risk for somebody who, like, if you're looking to buy a unit in this building and your purpose of that is to, turn it into a long-term rental, you are risking that you may get tenants that are going to be looking to rent out that unit, not disclosing what their true goal with that unit is, and then renting it out on a platform like Airbnb. But anyway, so what Ice Condos did is they actually partnered up with Airbnb, with the short-term platform, to only permit rentals through Airbnb in the building. And what this does is it discloses to building staff like concierge and property management who is going to be renting and coming into rent in that building. They get to basically be able to verify the identity of those people when they arrive at the concierge desk and are looking for access. And additionally, the platform does take an extra fee from the person who is listing that unit and sending it and returning it back to the condominium corporation to allow them to use that for additional wear and tear, hiring additional security staff. So, this is something that I think they did really right. And I don't see too many buildings in the Greater Toronto area going this route yet, but I do see this as something that's going to be coming down the pipe. Like, if you wanted to change the building's policies from allowing short-term rentals to having a minimum rental duration, which is for most buildings 3 or 6 months, it's going to be a whole process change. I mean, they have to, implement a rule change. all unit owners get their say on this rule change. And, when many unit owners own a unit in this building and they short-term rent it, it's going to be hard to make any changes to rules and policies in that. But anyways, let's just take a look at what is available, what is currently on the market in these buildings on the MLS. So currently there are about, my goodness, 34 active listings between 12 and 14 York Street. And in the last 60 days, there has been about 7 sales. So let's take a look at something, because I mean, these price points are quite good. Like, look, there was a unit that sold for $410,000. This was a studio, but essentially, like, what is the studio going to be used for? It's basically a hotel room. If you look at it, it doesn't come with parking. It does actually come with a locker, but let's take a look at some of the pictures here. I mean, this is what you can get for $410,000 at Ice Condos. I mean, not bad. Yeah, it is essentially just a studio. I mean, look at even at the layout. It doesn't have a couch. It just has a bed in the living room beside a window. You get a Juliet balcony. You're on a higher floor, but for $410,000 to have a unit in downtown Toronto, I think that's pretty good. Let's see what else has sold in this building as well. So here's a unit that sold for $530,000. This is a 1+ den, 1 bathroom, no parking, no locker, but here's what $530,000 gets you at Ice Condos in downtown Toronto. This is actually not a bad layout, because it has a bedroom that appears to be a proper bedroom with a window. It's not one of the nestled bedrooms, and I know that a lot of times when I'm looking at units that are around the $500,000 mark these days, they do have like nestled bedrooms. They maybe are missing or don't have a balcony, just have a Juliet balcony. But definitely, if you're looking to buy a condo and you are thinking about future resale value, having a condo with a balcony is something that I recommend. And this also has a den. Mind you, I guess this is the den here near the main entrance. So it's not much of a den. It's kind of more like a cove, but still. And you're on a high floor. It appears that you also have CN Tower views. You're basically on the 46th floor. So that's very appealing, because many people do like the higher floors. Let's take a look at one more unit that sold. So this one sold for $515,000. This was also a 1+ den. Again, no parking, no locker. Also on a higher floor, but the 31st floor. And it does, look at these pictures. It does have a proper bedroom. So, one of the only ways I think right now in the GTA to have a cash flow positive condo, probably the only way, is to rent it out on a short-term rental platform like Airbnb. So if you're just looking to purchase a unit and run it on Airbnb, this may be something that makes sense for you. I mean, if you do the calculation of $515,000 condo, 20% down, you're looking at about $420,000 mortgage. If you do the calculation, the maintenance fees are $432. You only pay for hydro. Probably pretty low maintenance except for cleaning. A 528 square foot unit is not going to run you a lot in cleaning costs, and you can probably run this pretty profitably and also be able to get the appreciation as well, and also capitalize on Toronto's slower condo market. So yeah, I hope you found this video to be informative. If you are looking to purchase a condo with the goal of renting it out short term, I do have a list of condominium buildings that permit short-term rentals. You can just let me know in the comments below if you'd like to get a copy of that. There is also a link if you want to book a call and talk about purchasing a condo in Toronto. And yeah, I hope you found this video to be of value. If you could give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time on Your Toronto Condos.